liner Gypsy Moth IV rode at anchor a few hours before Francis Chichester departed on a round-the-world voyage. One way or another, it'll be a memorable one, for he'll be the only man on board. Now, from Sydney come pictures of Gypsy Moth's dramatic arrival. 107 days out of Plymouth, Chichester was within a few cables' length of his goal. His passage of 13,750 miles was the longest non-stop solo voyage ever known. This was the scene on Plymouth Hoe, as probably 250,000 people had their long wait rewarded by the privilege of being the first to observe from the shore the approach of Gypsy Moth. As Gypsy Moth passed the breakwater, Sir Francis Chichester had completed his voyage round the world. This untiring man met the press, but characteristically, at the time, had little to say about his voyage round the world.
In New Mexico, a balloon is readied for an event that will set 3 records. A ponderous costume that doubles his weight. Air Force Captain Joseph W. Kittinger, Jr. is dressing room to the open gondola of a balloon that will take him higher than any other balloonist before him. Not only that, but he will also make the longest jump in history. And the big, delicate balloon begins to take shape. It will carry Captain Kittinger 103,000 feet. And the climb begins slowly up above the desert floor near Tularosa, New Mexico. The human passenger, Captain Kittinger, out to break his own records for the highest ascent in an open gondola and the longest parachute jump. Here's the view down. And there he goes, falling free with only a small stabilizing chute to keep him from tumbling and blacking out. He drops for more than 6 fall ever. Spectators below wait anxiously as Captain Kittinger nears down, safe but helpless until pressure suit. Swollen a bit too much because a pressure glove didn't. Gallant exit from the scene of triumph.
Well, go on and see you in about 6 days.
On the stroke of midnight, the roar of a distant motor, and the crowd went wild with excitement as the little monoplane came down on the field to complete the first round-the-world solo flight in history. 350 policemen were unable to keep back the surging thousands who pressed close to acclaim aviation's newest hero. Finishing his historic globe-circling flight from New York to New York in 7 days, 18 hours, and 50 minutes, Post beat his former flight with Gaddy by 21 hours.
We are going over now by plane to a mysterious piece of earth, the famous forbidden city of emperors, Peking. Just before the city of emperors lies the South Gate, and in the center of the square are the imperial palaces. Walls and deep moats encircle the town, where are situated the one-time residences of the princes, mandarins, and of the very numerous ladies of the once great imperial court. On the Dragon Terrace are situated the imperial temple and the great throne room. 5 priceless marble bridges lead over the so-called Golden River. And now let's leave the site, which for 800 years represented the spiritual center of Eastern Asia, And that is Peking, once the wonder of Asia.